Hello everyone, and welcome back at today's analysis. As for now, as the 101 episode, we are going to analyze none other than Daenerys Targaryen, one of the main protagonists in the Game of Thrones. One of the most iconic television characters created recently, Daenerys Targaryen's journey is absolutely inspirational and a perfect representation that no matter where you come from, you too can succeed into a seemingly impossible world. And in this episode, we are going to analyze all that we know about her throughout the series, to understand Daenerys and her journey from a princess in exile, a conqueror, a liberator, but at the end, an evil tyranness. And now, let's begin. Then Princess Daenerys Targaryen was born in the year 281 AC into Westeros to her parents, King Aerys Targaryen II and Queen Rhaella, as at the time her family was the dominant power in Westeros, as her family controlled the Iron Throne for centuries, since its very inception. However, when she was a child, fortunately the Iron Throne has been usurped by the Barrington family, as her parents were assassinated, and so she and her brother went to exile into the city-states of Essos. And now there, her own brother ultimately sold her to the Dothraki tribe, where she was abused, defiled by its leader, and eventually forced into a marriage with him. Of course, she eventually came to accept that marriage, and she managed to claw her way to power into the Dothraki tribe, and she won the heart of Khal Drogo, and so she officially became its queen, and had her own brother killed as revenge for sending her, in tandem with Khal Drogo also succumbing to illness, and so she took over the Dothraki tribe, and around now, circa around the year 300 AC, she started her own campaign to reclaim the Iron Throne. First, by going to the slaver-based cities in Essos and managed to free thousands of slaves from oppression, the shackles of tyranny, thus officially earning their respect and loyalty, and assembling herself an army of at least 8,000 people, and used them to march to Westeros in order to reclaim the Iron Throne and restore back the Targaryen dynasty. Of course, she then came to ally herself with like-minded people such as Jon Snow from the north, who she helped in order to defeat the Night King and the White Walkers, as well as Tyrion Lannister, Arya Stark, Sansa Stark, and more others. But of now, she came to challenge Queen Cersei Lannister, who is now currently sitting on the Iron Throne, ruling Westeros with an Iron Fist. And now, before we continue, we will stop and ask ourselves, is Daenerys good or evil? And the reason why I'm asking this is also undeniable that she is a wonderful person, and she cares about others, in tandem with being one of the main heroes. And technically, she is supposed not to actually be a good person. It should be noted that her family has a genetic disease, the Daenerys madness. Is some sort of a genetic problem in the causes psychosis into the members of her family. Her parents and her brother are confined to suffer from it, and so in the end she also succumbed to it and destroyed King's Landing despite it surrendered to her and killed Queen Cersei Lannister. But still, despite the fact that she still started with genuinely good intentions at first and even freed people from oppression, she has become the very thing she hated the most at the end of the series, given the fact that she basically killed thousands of innocent people in throughout King's Bay. And while it's understandable that it might have been a bit necessary, her cruelty ultimately led her to become a tyranness in the likes of Cersei Lannister. And at the end, the answer is ultimately both. Daenerys is in the end both good and evil at the same time. And after she managed to kill Cersei Lannister and take over the King's Landing, she declared her intention to spread her ideas throughout the entire world. And then her nephew and lover, Jon Snow, officially tried to change her mind and convince her to abandon this campaign. And when she refused, he killed her in order to put an end to her madness, resulting in the Iron Throne being officially destroyed by her dragon and her dragon flying with her, thus ending her reign once and for all. So in the end, who was Daenerys Targaryen? She was nothing more but a simple person who grown up into a cold and cruel world ruled by the strong. The strong, the which oppress the weak people, and officially a world filled only with cruelty and injustice, a world that she will ultimately seek to challenge and change in her own ways. And yet, she will start out as a person with good intentions and even a revolutionary, but at the end, she will succumb to her own darkest impulses and became a monster, similar with the ones that she tried to destroy, and a person that could easily be called as one of the most iconic television characters ever created. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give a like and subscribe, and have a nice day.